Hello, and welcome to the RAM News Network. I'm Essence Harris.
And I'm Rashai Jones.
Thanks for tuning in. U.S. Congressman Sanford Bishop made a stop at Albany State to speak with students about U.S. government. Sanford Bishop is the U.S. representative for Georgia's 2nd District. The longtime congressman spoke candidly with students about politics. He explained that politics by definition is simply who gets what, when, and how. Bishop says it's up to students to educate themselves and vote.
And it's elected officials that make those decisions of how those resources will be allocated. And it's important for them to understand that they have a part to play as citizens in selecting elected officials who will vote and who will enact policies to make the allocation of those resources in a way that's consistent with their hopes, their aims, and their aspirations, and the good for the total communities in which they live.
Congressman Bishop also spoke on health disparities that plague the Southwest Georgia area. He says access to affordable health care is extremely important.
The changes are being proposed for the Affordable Care Act. It's going to spell real disaster for a number of for thousands and thousands of Georgians, and particularly in Southwest Georgia. I think that there were some flaws in the Affordable Care Act as it was originally enacted. It was a process of compromise that ended up in the product, and there were some things that could be done to fix it, to make it work better.
The congressman says if he can help it, his goal is to ensure as many as possible can have affordable health care after the passing of the new bill.
Students with good grades are getting recognition on Albany State's campus. The university held its annual honors convocation, celebrating those with grade point averages of 3.0 or higher. Students with the highest GPA for their sophomore, junior, and senior class served as speaker for the event. These students touched on their experience at Albany State and how they've managed to achieve such high scores. More than 100 ASU students were honored during this event.
ASU held its annual jazz faculty recital playing songs a lot of you may be familiar with. This year's recital was a little different from the previous years. We were gifted with a voice featuring a special guest, Ms. Rutha Harris, an original freedom singer. ASU faculty and students rallied around their colleagues and professors as they played the sweet sound of jazz.
I was inspired by all of the performances, especially Ms. Rutha Harris.
DJ Mathis is one of the many music major students to attend the faculty recital. He says each faculty member works closely with him so that he can become a better musician.
Guitar player, Professor Joel Johnson, I'm taking guitar classes with him. Dr. Tremens is going to teach me trumpet soon, and Mr. DeQueer is also going to be teaching me flute.
The professors are not only music teachers here at Albany State, but they also enjoy playing for the community when they are not helping others.
Fortunately, the faculty at ASU gets a chance to perform throughout the year in different venues in the community, anywhere from parks, various events on campus, as well as throughout Southwest Georgia.
Professor Joel Johnson says he's been playing jazz music for 30 years and he's still working on getting better. To some, Ms. Rutha Harris has perfected her gift. Her debut with ASU's jazz faculty was one to remember. She has traveled all over singing songs that demand freedom.
I'm one of the original freedom singers. I've been singing these songs since 1962. I've been in 46 states doing the civil rights movement.
Ms. Harris continues to give back and work closely with the Albany community, where the Freedom Singers originated.
And an organizer group here in Albany, Georgia, sings at the Albany Civil Rights Museum every second Saturday at 1 o'clock.
Harris says Freedom is a Constant Struggle by Barbara Dane and the Chambers is her favorite song to sing because freedom is a constant struggle.
We've been struggling so long, we still struggle, and we're not free yet.
These are thoughts that Ms. Harris wanted students to take with them after a night of soulful entertainment. Coming up, ASU students forego time spent on the beach for a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
And the ladies of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated are collecting purses for a purpose. Find out more after the break.
While many college students spent their spring break enjoying staying up late and sleeping in, a few Albany State University students spent 12 hours a day learning what it takes to have a successful career in public relations. 4 ASU students joined students from other colleges and universities to participate in an Ad PR Academy. The weekend-long public relations boot camp was held in Atlanta. Students trained with industry professionals from companies such as Turner Broadcasting System, Home Depot, UPS, and Coca-Cola. Participants also learned about the roles and responsibilities of an advertising and public relations firm. This was a networking event that allows students the opportunity to connect with recruiters about potential career opportunities.
Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated is collecting a fashionable accessory to help women in need. Members of the Gamma Sigma chapter sponsor a 3-week drive called Purses for a Purpose to collect unwanted or used purses. These purses were then filled with toiletries and feminine hygiene products. The handbags were then donated to women's shelters to help those in need. The sorority also collected items for children.
Wow, that was a great idea.
It's always a pleasure helping women in need.
It is. So do you guys have any more events coming up soon?
We sure do, and we'll keep you guys posted.
All right, well, that's it for the RAM News Network. I'm Essence Harris.
And I'm Rashai Jones. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time.